Hey, what's up, homies? So here are some of my friction folders. I made this one last week. This one I made several years ago. This birthed a lot of creative ideas because I used the corner of a tube, like a wall, like a tube that goes on the corner of a wall, and I smashed it down and turned it into a portable bacal. So I carried this for a long time. It's a very nice blade. This one I made just last week. I was bored, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do something. Friction folder. I like and dislike this because for a folding knife you think, oh, I should just be as compact as possible. But the nice thing with this is that when you stick it in your pocket, right, this sticks out. And it's very inconspicuous and just this little thing, and you can just pull the whole blade out of your pocket and you're already holding on to the blades. So, and so there's a lot of interesting benefits to having that, and of course, it's a very secure grip. So, pros and cons. And this is the highlight of today's show. So this is a Kisaki blade that's been repurposed into a friction folder, a very beefy one. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the beefy folder. It's like almost 660 grams, so it's quite a heavy chonker. But yeah, so very, very cool. The handle was the most difficult thing to forge. That took a little while. I was forced to drill all these holes because it was very heavy before that. And then one clever thing that I did here with this blade is, you see, I force fitted some, you see this iron in here? It's like a pin, but it's like, how do you say, it's like a softer material. And when you put it here, you see, it's like locked and there's extra friction. So there's like extra friction in this upper region to hold the blade in place. So you're not always relying on your palm being up here, to keep it open. So it's quite, see, it's like loose all around. And as soon as it gets up here, right? Well, it's not loose, it's actually it's perfect. Let's just say it that way. And then when you get to that point, you open it, like you basically just force it a little bit more, and it kind of it frictions into place. I don't know how to put it into better words. So, favorite thing about this knife, of course, blade shape, knife profile, very, very nice. It's cool that it's a folder. You don't really find chunky folders like this, and my biggest peeve with most folders is that they just have thin blades, or the handle and blade proportion is off. You see that often where the blade just looks so small and the handle just looks huge, which is kind of the case here a little bit, but here it's actually it all kind of blends together super well. The spine is, I think, a little over 6 millimeters thick, so very chonky blade, which is nice. Usually folders, like I said, are pretty thin. I mean, the biggest problem I have with the cold steel Espada is that the blade, it's got like a kitchen knife blade on a fucking handle that's like shaped like a heavy duty hammer. So I wish the Espada had a 6 millimeter thick steel blade like this one, because the handle on this one is actually like a little bit thinner than the Espada. So they can definitely fit a piece of steel that's this thick on the Espada if they wanted to. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and somebody asked about the stopper. So this is like your strengthening system, kind of like a triad lock system or whatever. Helps something to push here, and then it also prevents the blade from contacting the metal. It's got a stopper that stops right there. So we do this, and then it stops right there. So my goal with this project is to, as quickly as possible, move into some kind of locking mechanism, a spine lock. I've got a lot of good ideas. The next one will have it, But, you know, from testing and playing around, I feel like this is going to be the strongest, you know, and if you're going to have a big old folding knife like that, you're probably going to always be better off in terms of strength with this top tang thing. It's just, you know, if you don't have that tang, it's a much smaller package. And of course, the nice thing with that tang is if you put this in a pocket, this sticks out, so you can just grab it like a pistol out of a holster and open it. So, you know, it's cool. I like it and don't like it, you know, this type of tang. I think, because I like it because I know it's secure. I know this feels really strong and it's not going to break on me. I'm not going to have any issues with like some locking mechanism. You know, it's on my palm, you know, so this feels very, very tough and secure, but at the same time, I need to do those locks. So the trick will be to make a lock that's super, super tough. I think I'm just going to copy the triad lock and then have like a ring you pull from here to unlock it, and then, you know, you can close it. I'm going to continue going. Oh, shit. Oh. God damn. I'm going to continue. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. So there it is, boys, ladies and gentlemen. Very cool.